Or a VIP field pass with a special ticket package. Get your tickets now at twins.com.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Parker Fox over there.
The fantastic Mr. Fox is in the building.
Look
Parker
at him.
Fox.
Morning, everybody.
Have you seen that movie, by the way, The Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've seen
Wes
it.
Anderson animated film. It's fantastic.
Yeah, great film.
So good.
When your last name is Fox, you almost have to.
Yeah, and you're fantastic.
And you're
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
and you're a
those
mister.
things go together.
Oh, that works out.
Did you just hate that What Does the Fox Say?
Yeah,
song?
that's I don't know. When that song came out, everybody was like singing it to me, and I was like, this is getting annoying. Like,
I think I made
it's cool though.
You did.
spoof song
Yeah.
for you.
I don't know if we can
I
play
added to the
anymore.
fire.
Yeah.
No, we cannot.
We'll have to hear after this.
Yeah, for sure. Or I'll
Can't
sing it
wait.
to you live.
This is why I love Parker
Outside
Fox.
your
This is why
window.
he gets it. I don't know how much of the show you've heard. I know you're not a morning person per se, but we started at 5:30. We've talked about a lot of nonsense. Right before the break, I just teased something about like, hey, let's talk about being careful with your phones and social media. And you walk in during the commercial break and you're like, so how about this Shannon Sharp thing? And I'm like, funny you bring that up. That's exactly what we were just about to talk about.
So cool.
If you haven't seen it in the last 24 hours, so Shannon Sharp is on Instagram Live, and he wasn't quite sure that he was on Instagram Live, and he threw his phone on the bed. Didn't know it was still going.
Did you say bone?
Threw his phone on the bed, and then, as he said, quote, I threw my phone on the bed, engaged in an activity. It's a loose way of saying it. I did not know Instagram Live. He says, I've never turned on Instagram Live, so I don't know how it works. And all of a sudden, my other phone started going off. Well, the other phone that was going off was being called frantically by his marketing partner. Jamie Fritz was trying to tell him, stop Instagramming Live, because he was getting it on with a young lady, not a minor, just a young lady. So technically didn't do anything wrong, Ben, right? As far as I know, Shannon's not married. This isn't like an affair. This is a single situation.
Correct. Yep.
Good to know.
But you get to basically hear him throwing the boots.
Let's go.
You don't get to see anything. That bullet got
Thankfully,
dodged,
yes.
right? That would be unfortunate for two people that didn't want that to happen.
I texted the young lady's phone and I said,
Yeah.
He's going to destroy you.
Yep.
Do you know from experience, or what's the deal?
So here's the funny part. He did what almost everybody does.
Oh.
He initially says his phone was hacked. Then he says, all right, it wasn't a prank. It was, quote, me being a healthy, active male.
let's go.
Let's go.
Right on, Shannon.
Let's go.
This is such boy who cried wolf. Like, when somebody's phone actually gets hacked, nobody believes them, because everybody who does something like this just immediately screams, I got hacked!
Yeah, it wasn't
I
me.
got hacked. It's like,
No.
God dang it. So anyway, that's what happened. He did nothing wrong, but if you want to laugh your ass off, go back and watch the video, because it's everywhere. Again, you can't see anything, but the comments that are just
I bet.
flying
Yeah,
It's so
on his
funny.
Instagram Live is the best.
Did you read Rosie's comments?
No.
I've got a few of them.
Let's hear them.
I might need it more than her.
Wow.
Rose.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know you got down like that, Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has there been an announcement? Wow.
Experimenting.
Yeah.
What else did he say?
That's what we eat.
Oh, my God.
A nice ass.
Rose.
Jeff, look at this thing.
He was showing it to your dad. And then he kept giving him instruction.
Get back to the pie.
Oh, my God.
It's like, Roser, let him do what he do.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp said, quote, there are a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times. Weird to say in the third person.
Yeah.
And I always try to be professional at all times, even when I'm behind closed doors. I'm very disappointed in myself. Not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities, but for the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I let a lot of people down.
No, you didn't.
You didn't let me down, buddy.
Yeah.
In fact,
He didn't-
you lifted me up.
He didn't let Rosie down either.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that probably learned a thing or two
Yeah,
from
right.
listening to
That's
that.
right.
And I think we mentioned this a week or so ago, the last time Shannon Sharp came up, but in the New York Post article, if you scroll down, one of the videos is of him with his podcast called Nightcap.
Oh.
And unfortunate title, this 24 hours, right over his left shoulder, Sauce and Hawk, an iHeartRadio Music Award.
Are you kidding me?
Slow clap.
Come
There
on,
it is.
Come on.
An iHeartRadio Music Award.
The
You can
slow
see it
clap
right
was on
over
the
the
video.
left. I guess that's his right shoulder, our left. There it is. He won one.
So, I mean, we all think that it's a little bit blown out of proportion on his apology part.
100%.
I mean,
he has nothing to apologize for.
He has nothing to apologize for.
He has every right to feel a little embarrassed if
for
he's
sure.
embarrassed, but apology not necessary. You didn't do anything illegal. You didn't do anything,
Nope.
quote, immoral. Do
Nope,
what
you
want.
don't have to apologize
Couple
to
of
your
single
family,
people,
to your
go for it.
kids, or anything like that. It's
Nope.
like, man, you're a single guy engaging in a little fun.
A lot of guys have done it.
Consensual, legal fun.
Consensual.
Nothing to apologize
Yep.
for.
And you accidentally hit a
Whoops.
live button on your phone.
Yes, they were.
And nothing was shown. Like her face wasn't shown, no
Right.
body parts were shown. So like,
We know her name's Michelle.
Me so
Right,
hard.
which was funny because Michelle Beadle responded with it wasn't me. She's so
Oh,
great.
that's great.
I love Michelle Beadle. I don't know what happened with her at ESPN, but I thought she was awesome. And then she just disappeared, and she's doing other media stuff. But I thought Beadle was awesome on ESPN back in the day.
I'm gonna guess that
Not that Beadle.
I'm gonna guess that she's one of those people that probably speaks her mind. And what we've seen from ESPN, they don't really like that. So
Yeah.
it's like you speak your mind about anything, and you feel like a little bit of a loose cannon, then they can't control you. You gone.
Yeah, she's
A
super
lot of
talented,
people want
though.
those jobs. You know, that's the thing,
Sarcasm
yeah.
and stuff. She's great.
Yep.
Should we do fan 5? Let's do fan 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having fun talking about this, but we can change the subject.
It is kind of funny, Core, too, real quick.
Go ahead.
That I think Shannon could have got away with the hacked thing if you couldn't hear the woman say, "It's yours, Shannon."
Yeah. That was hacked.
It's time for Fan 5, brought to you by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey, thanks, builders and remodelers. Benjamin.
Better.
Yeah.
So the Vikings and the Packers square off in 3 weeks, right? Less than 3 actual calendar weeks, but 3 weeks of gameplay because the Vikes have the Niners, then they have the Texans, and then they play at Green Bay. So 3 games from now. But it's something like, 17 days? 17 days away, I think. When we heard that Jordan Love was going to miss maybe 3 to 6 weeks, I think everybody optimistically for the Vikings were like, hey, that got a lot easier if Jordan Love's not playing against the Vikings.
Right.
It's going to be tough for him to get back. How about Packers coach Matt LaFleur? Now, some people are saying this is just gamesmanship. This is just him trying to keep the Colts on their toes. He is not shutting down rumors that Jordan Love might even play this Sunday. When asked about, is that door still open? Could Love possibly play Sunday? Even though Jordan Love did not practice yesterday, Matt LaFleur said, quote, said, I'd say it's pretty open. He didn't practice. Again, Malik Willis is the new backup this season with the Green Bay Packers. They have, what's his name from Penn State, Sean Clifford, also on the roster. But everybody's saying if Love can't go, that Willis is an option. I don't really care about this Sunday's game either way. But if he's leaving the door open, whether it's just subterfuge or not, maybe it's just sabotaging the media. If he's even remotely an option Sunday, then I think Vikings fans should probably start mentally preparing that Love's going to be ready in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I mean, even if there's just the thought of it, like you just laid it out, if there's a thought that he can be used for gamesmanship purposes, which is what I think is happening here. I mean, he's just basically saying, like, hey, you have to get ready for this truly running quarterback in Malik Willis that is going to be such a wild card, but also we're still going to keep our whole offensive system in place if Jordan can play. So why not just give the defense a little something extra to think about? So that is the gamesmanship. I put it 0 chance that he plays this weekend. But even just the mere idea that maybe the injury is not as bad as people think, that they'll give him maybe a week or 2 off. I think at this point in time, he absolutely plays against the Vikings. That's what I would be preparing for.
Wow. Yeah, that changes the whole thing. Because I think when they found out that he possibly wasn't going to play this game, I think the line changed 6 points in favor of the Colts. So he's worth 6 points to that team. Changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drop off is pretty significant.
Well, yeah, it really
Willis,
is. Yeah.
as Maxo knows, because he was a Titan, looks like he's shown nothing so far.
Nothing at
Right.
all.
And didn't they just pick him up too?
Yeah, they just
right
traded
before
for him.
before the season started.
Yeah, I mean, so he hasn't even been there a whole offseason. So
If he, let's just say, if he's out 3 games, just that's a good number. They will lose all 3 of those games. If
Probably.
Malik Willis has to start all 3 of those
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, probably.
most likely, unless they truly, pare everything down and make it super simple, and there's a little bit of a Josh Dobbs magic in there to keep them going for a couple of weeks,
And the defense is decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday night football tonight, Bills at Dolphins, 7:15. Ben, the DraftKings line is the Dolphins by 2.5. Who do you like and why?
Yeah, I'm still not a big believer in Josh Allen and this, his whole new offense and everything that he's got to work with this season. And the Dolphins, look, if the Dolphins can bounce back, and given all of the stuff that happened with Tyreek last week, literally hours before the game, and they can have a come from behind victory and weather that storm, then I don't see what's stopping them from beating the Bills in this game. I mean, I think their offense is going to be primed. They'll make some plays on defense. So I would take the Dolphins on this one.
Parker, who do you like?
Yeah, I didn't think the Dolphins looked great in week 1, but I think they're the better team. So I think I'm going to stay with the star power and Tyreek and Waddle, and hopefully that pays off for them.
Vikings hosting the Niners Sunday right here on the Fan. Pre-game at 10, kickoff at noon. Both teams are 1-0. The DraftKings line is the Niners by 6. Again, the 2 non-participants in practice, Jordan Addison with the ankle problem and Andrew Van Ginkel with a foot injury.
Here's KOC. I might as well play these. I loaded them in. Talking about Andrew Van Ginkel.
Honestly, as we identified some potential targets in free agency, he was one of the first names that I had identified even before talking to Flo. And then, the first chance that Flo and I got together to really talk through some of our options, that was one of the first names he mentioned to me.
Wouldn't you say that even though we knew a little bit about him, Ben, you were kind of shocked at how much of a factor he was?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see him at all.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were going to get out of him. So, I think he was a gigantic surprise, and the fact that they can use his versatility in a lot of different ways is outstanding for this defense.
Can you break down the pick 6 about how I don't know, calculated that was? Was he just right place, right time, or did he actually read it?
No, he actually read it. He knew. And so I will say this, as a base fundamental, this is for high school football, this is for college football. If a team's going to give you empty set with no running back or nobody in the backfield other than the quarterback, ball's coming out quick. It just has to. I mean, you got by nature of only having 5 guys blocking up front, and especially if you're presenting any sort of blitz look, they know that they don't have enough guys to block. So we were always told as linebackers, and as far as defensive line goes, if it's empty, that you recognize that, you talk about it, you communicate that pre-snap. And as far as the defensive line, you don't rush upfield. It's not oh my God, we got to get to the quarterback quick. You know that the ball's coming out. You might give a quick, hard, 1 or 2 steps. Maybe they screw up the blocking scheme or something like that, and you get a free rush to the quarterback. But most of the time, it's get your get off and get your hands up, because the ball's coming out. You're going to tip a ball. And
energy conservation as well. Like, it's not worth trying to get all the way there because it's coming out either way.
Exactly. It's not worth it. It's better to just keep your gap integrity and just get your hands up to knock a ball down. So first and foremost, he knew that, which is why when you see him, he takes 2 steps and just basically feathers off and just stops. He also understands that he's got 4 of the 5 receivers to his left, and 3 of them are a reduced bunch that are not far away from him. And then you've got a far number 1 wide receiver on the very outside. Now, he doesn't know that there's a motion coming, but by nature of studying film, you're I got 4 guys out to my left. I see a bunch situation here. That's probably a screen. They're not going to run. They're not going to throw the ball to the weak side when they put all these stacked blockers basically just to his left. So all that pre-snap processing is what takes place that tells him, all right, I'm going to deduce this down to basically 1 play that I have to worry for.
So then how does Daniel Jones miss that Van Ginkel's the one guy that's going to screw this up? How does he throw it right to him?
Because
like,
that is
not even
an automatic.
arc it at all?
That's an automatic throw.
So he's not even thinking.
That is a catch the ball, flip your hips, and get the ball out there.
See, what's weird to me is if that's the only guy that can get in the way of that screen, don't you just make sure you throw it over the top and arc it? Because he just lasered it right at chest level.
Yeah, there's two guys that can make that play. It's the guy at the line of scrimmage, and then if it's one of the defensive backs, depending on your coverage, if you're on the line of scrimmage and you communicate that, like, I'm just going to go for this, then you just like take off and try to get in front of the ball too. So there are two guys that really can blow up that play, but they're hoping that they can just get you. I think most of the time you set up that play out of a no huddle, out of a hurry up, so you don't give anybody a time to think. But when you break huddle, you're giving the defense basically all the time in the world to figure that play out.
Gotcha. All right, well, KOC was pretty thrilled with Andrew Van Ginkel. We were really thrilled with Kevin O'Connell. We had a chance to talk to him yesterday. We'll play that back after this. Parker Fox is here. Ben Lieber is here. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on a Thursday on The Fan.
The Fan. We're less than 2 weeks away from our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, September 12th.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Shannon and the new-look offense Bills travel south to take on Tua Tagovailoa and the high-flying Dolphins. Both are coming off impressive wins in Week 1 and hope to grab the early AFC East division lead on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on FM 100.3, Minnesota's home for football.
Vanguard is 100% client-owned, serving over 50 million investors every day. Whether you're planning for retirement, putting your kids through college, or saving up for your next adventure, Vanguard can help you set personalized investment goals. All investing is subject to risk. Vanguard is owned by its funds, which are owned by Vanguard's fund shareholder clients. Copyright 2024, The Vanguard Group, Inc. All rights reserved. Vanguard Marketing Corporation Distributor.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen to NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search NFL Daily to start listening.
O'Reilly Auto Parts carries a full range of farm, ag, and heavy-duty parts, tools, and accessories. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com/ag.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here from my friends at Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. I just had Gutter Helmet put on my home. Unbelievable game changer. Here's why. I never have to worry again about any debris getting in my gutters. I never have to clean them again. Never have to get up on a ladder. It's one less thing to worry about. Get that amazing feeling by going to gutterhelmetmn.com. Schedule them to come out and look at your house, give you an estimate, and then put Gutter Helmet on your home. It's a game changer. All you got to do is go to gutterhelmetmn.com.
Hi, my name is Chris Hockey, and I've been told that even though they love the idea over at Wenzel's Farm to name the teriyaki beef sticks, the meat sticks, teriyaki meat sticks, they're not going to do it because they're afraid people are not going to know what they taste like. You know what I mean? And I get it. I just love the teriyaki flavor so much that I thought it'd be a cool thing. But you know what? I still love the taste. And there's 14 different flavors of the meat sticks from Wenzel's Farms. If you like spicy stuff, if you like non-spicy stuff, you like barbecue tasting stuff, you like ham tasting stuff, you like pickle tasting stuff, what do you like? They've got it. They're delicious. And there's no fillers, no binders, nothing artificial. It's just 100% American meat. You're going to love it. So again, I want to say this. I think teriyaki would be a great flavor, but I understand the confusion that might come from it. So I'll just say this. Teriyaki is delicious. You're going to find something you love. Check it out at WinslowsFarm.com. You can get them at Quick Trip. You can get them at Menards, at Hy-Vee. Check them out. WinslowsFarm.com. It's real meat for real life. You'll love it.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Free waterproofing and foundation repair estimates from Standard Water Control. Standard Water is the Midwest's expert for waterproofing and foundation repair since 1977. Standard Water fixes all wet and humid basement issues. Free estimates. Visit standardwater.com. Standardwater.com.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com. Check it out, TI Casino right outside of Red Wing, Minnesota. Get down there. Whether it's today or this weekend, they have bingo, they have blackjack, they have hundreds of slot machines, always every gaming option you can possibly imagine. They have a bunch of food options, whether it's the Trade Winds Buffet or Tito's Steakhouse, but they also have concerts, comedy, a whole bunch of stuff coming right around the corner. For example, even tomorrow, Parliament Funkadelic and George Clinton going to be at Treasure Island at the Lot this Friday, tomorrow, September 13th. So if you want tickets and more information, TICasino.com. That's tomorrow. Saturday, because it's Thursday. Saturday, the 14th, TI is having Island Bites and Brew. That's going to be at the Lot as well. It's going to be the ultimate throwdown of beer, food, entertainment, and more. You can experience some of Minnesota's best food trucks, beer samples, and live music. Island Bites and Brew. That's this Saturday at the Lot at Treasure Island Resort and Casino. I've been to that in the past. It's super fun. TICasino.com.
5 years, no interest, or save 20% off on your siding project. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN. The Fan.
Welcome back to Power Trip Morning Show. Real quick, guys. If you haven't seen the trailer for Apartment 7A, the movie, you need to watch it at some point. It comes out September 27th. It's got Julie Garner, also known as Ruthie. Mm-hmm. It looks fantastic. Kind of scary. It's an A24 film, I think. I'm not sure that's true.
Yes, it is.
Is it? Okay, cool.
Oh, it kind of had that vibe.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, it is the prequel to Rosemary's Baby.
No, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. It doesn't look quite that scary, but it looks fantastic. So I'd encourage you. It's called Apartment 7A. The trailer looks great, and I love me some Ruthie.
Yeah, because she's mean, right?
Yeah, she'll
She's a good actress.
Yeah, she's great.
She's also Anya, right?
Yep.
What was her name?
I forgot.
I never watched that, but whatever.
So
that
good.
You never saw that?
No, I never saw it.
That story is unbelievable.
Yeah, sure it is.
The lady that scammed the people or whatever?
Yeah.
Isn't she a judge on a show now?
Yeah, she's got some show now, too. I saw the preview for it, but I don't know what the name of it is.
Did not know that.
On USA, maybe? Does that sound right?
I think it's some show where it's all about trying to scam people.
Paul, your hands up.
Woodhawk.
100%.
Oh, yeah, why not? I mean, she's a hard worker.
And mean.
He likes the accent.
I do. I do.
Parker Fox, before we play this KOC interview that we did yesterday, why don't you just answer for your girlfriend, Taylor, and put words in her mouth here. But the Minnesota Frost announced a couple days ago. What do you think of the name? And more importantly, maybe what does Taylor think of that name?
I think it's cool. I think, the logo kind of is looks like the Fargo Force kind of logo. I don't know if you've ever seen that. And then it reminds me of like a Gatorade Frost. Like the
It does look like that.
Yeah. And it's that purple. So that they got to figure out a way to get sponsored by Gatorade and have Frost Gatorade on the bench. But I think it's cool.
It's a good idea.
I think no, the league needed it. People wanted it. It was weird saying go PWHL Minnesota. So now that they finally have a name, it's good. And she likes it. I think there was a couple that they were looking at, and she said this one is great. So, yeah, they're looking forward to it.
There are a couple of the logos. The Frost one's fine, but there are a couple of the logos in the PWHL that they should have just asked AI to do it because these ones are terrible.
Yeah,
right out of the 6, there's about 3 that are bad.
Yeah.
Frost
Frost
is
one's
somewhere
the
in the
best.
middle. It's okay.
The Frost one's great.
Frost is cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
Hockey, Minnesota.
Sure.
It works.
I don't know
It's
if it has
easy.
anything to do with Chris, but the sport hockey.
I'm
yeah.
Minnesota.
For sure. Yeah.
You
it's
are.
good.
You're on Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Ben, you've interviewed Kevin O'Connell a million times over the years, right?
Sure.
Last handful of years. A lot of post-game interviews. Obviously, we've had exclusive access to KOC for, I don't know, 3 years now?
Yeah, since he got here.
We get to go down to TCO every Wednesday, just the 3 of us, just to ask him questions that the normal media does not get to ask him because they ask about stuff like I just asked you about.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
Skiing and stuff. It's
Weird
like,
stuff.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So we ask the fun stuff. It's called the Kevin O'Connell press conference, and it starts now.
And now, it's time for a Power Trip press conference.
Hey, KOC, congrats on the win. Good to see you. Kevin, by the way, also my apologies. Sauce is clearly just covered in sweat. He's completely drenched. Maybe he's nervous or something.
Or potentially walked.
Yeah, he does kind of get drenched when he walks.
He walked all the way from the sidewalk over there.
Yeah, I did. Sorry about that, Coach. Sorry if I stink. Coach, it's Meat Sauce here. Rosen yesterday was really odd around Carly. Does he always have to touch her when he sees her?
Whether he gets his hands on it or not, he's still going to have an effect just by his presence.
It's so true. Yeah. I saw it, by the way, you might not have seen this, Sauce, but Coach, Rosie just got kicked out of here for doing something involving his genitals on that tackling dummy.
Just kind of feeling up against it a couple times there.
Rosie, come on.
You can't do that stuff, Rosie.
He does, though.
All the time.
All the time.
Sick.
Kevin, do your best impression of a caveman describing Pinocchio.
He just knows.
Really good. Great. Man. Hey, Coach. Why can't Tommy and Zach be the shirts team in a shirts and skins basketball game against Lieber and JJ McCarthy?
They just play so hard.
It's so true. He's right about it. Yeah, you're right. Speaking of Tommy, again, I just saw him getting escorted out of here for hanging out near the showers.
And that is totally to be expected.
Cash those tickets.
See, you know Tommy well, man.
KOC, this one's a stretch, but stay with me. Finish this Gwen Stefani lyric. A few times I've been around that track, so it's not going to just happen like that, because I ain't no...
Her phones are back.
That's brilliant. That's funny.
That's close.
Close.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, Meat Sauce here. What's the main reason you'd choose Corey and I in a race over John Kriesel?
There's nothing there.
Really?
Oh.
Well,
He's not going to, he refused to answer that question.
All right. Sorry if I
It's offensive.
Stumped him.
It's offensive.
Your third one says there's 0 seconds of audio in it.
It's offensive.
What would it have been, though?
He says they both have ankles.
Oh, they both have ankles.
That's real good. See, that would have been your best one.
Nah, my best one's my last one, and God, let's hope it's in there.
It says it's 1.77 seconds, so I think it's
That's
there.
perfect.
Okay,
Thanks.
good. Hey, you just saw me as he walked by, Coach. PA's hair, oof, it's really tall today. You like it?
Maybe a little bit more volume than what I would have liked.
By the way, did you guys, let's tear down the fourth wall for a second. Somebody on Twitter tweeted at PA about a week ago, and it was brilliant. Did you see the side-by-side photos of when PA started calling Vikings games versus today? Yeah. And it was basically, this is what 22 years of calling Vikings games does to a man.
I didn't see that.
That's the best. Back to the real bit. Kevin O'Connell, I hear you're a big fan of intercourse. Specifically the end of it.
I just love it. Every time I know it's getting close, I get excited and do whatever I can to help get it over the finish line.
Good for you, Kevin.
Wow.
It's the best.
Okay.
Hey, Coach, let's hope you answer this one. I overheard you and Hawk talking about this sweet pinky extender I got for enhanced pleasure. Will you share with the class what you told him?
Not overly concerned about what contraption he has on his pinky, but...
There you go. All right.
Coach, I was struggling. Give me your best Bob Seger and Bad Company songs.
Turn the page and move on.
Okay, thanks.
That's great.
KOC, last one for me. I don't know if I've told you about this, but I have a pretty significant fascination with Carrie Russell. She's just the best. Ultra talented, of course, super smart. But man, that face is just unbelievable. What I wouldn't give KOC for just one night, one shot with Carrie.
You know, I'd maybe like to, get a few more carries off.
Well, you do whatever you want. I just want the one, but you can do whatever you want.
Wow.
Hey, Coach, it's Meat Sauce here. Let's hope you answer this one. What is Tommy saying to himself every time Ben walks into the studio and sits next to him?
I want him.
Yeah, as he said, that's Meat Sauce Paul Lambert over there, Coach. You said you regret giving him total access to the dessert section of the cafeteria. Why?
I think he took a lot out of that.
Genius.
And scene.
There you go.
Wow, great work.
Yeah. Good job, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, why is he got to be so greedy with all the carries?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, Carrie Russell's enough. You don't need more than one Carrie.
Yeah, speak for
How many other Carries are there that are famous? Carrie Washington, Carrie
Underwood.
Fisher, but
Yeah,
Carrie
she's
Fisher is
beautiful,
Carrie, My
R.I.P.
Wayward Son.
Underwood.
Yeah.
Carrie Underwood. Carrie
Lombardozzi.
Strug. Remember
yeah.
Carrie Strug?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't she hurt herself?
Yeah.
She's the one that
Yeah.
She got
off.
carried off, right?
Yeah, by the coach, yeah. Mhm.
I wanted to say Bella Lugosi, but that's not his name. Bella, what was his
Caroli.
name? Caroli. There we go.
Yeah.
Correct. Wow, good memory.
Yeah. Bella Caroli.
So anyway, apparently KOC wants more than one Carrie. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him, man.
All right, shall we do headlines before Benjamin's got to get out of here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric. You can go solar. Get those solar panels put on just like I did a couple of weeks ago with my friends at Wolf River Electric. They make it easy. They're awesome people. They'll get it done. I'm an environmentalist like Rosie.
You really are.
Sauce, you hate Coldplay, right?
I do.
It's funny you said it like that because this has to do with weddings. So Coldplay a couple of weeks ago, September 2nd in Dublin, they debuted a new song, right? Live, though. Hadn't released the actual song yet. But apparently the Coldplay fandom went crazy for it. Well, last Thursday, a guy named Paul reached out to Coldplay's manager and asked if he and his fiancée could play the song, All My Love, at their wedding 2 days later so they could dance to it. And he posted a picture of himself and said, big Coldplay fan, blah, 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 blah. The band was also asked to show up to the wedding. They couldn't do that. But they sent the studio copy of All My Love, which had never been played, to Paul and Celine so they could share it for their first dance. So technically,
That's sweet.
the world premiere of the song was played at their wedding.
That's cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's sweet.
What a flex to say the world had never heard the studio version until our wedding.
That's sweet.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Smart play by Coldplay.
100%. Yeah.
Yep, got to make some noise somehow, right?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah.
Benjamin, this is for you. Let's start with you.
Yeah, boy.
Start with a birthday. This might blow your mind a little bit. Happy birthday to number one overall pick, former number one overall pick, Andrew Luck. Been out of the league since 1972.
Yeah, he's been out of the league for a while.
How old today is Andrew Luck?
34?
35.
Yeah.
But isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
Yeah.
He's been out of the league forever.
Why did he retire so early?
Injuries.
Beat up. The best part about Andrew Luck playing in the league was that Twitter account that acted like he was like an 1870s soldier.
Civil War.
Yeah, so good.
yeah.
So good. I forgot about how good that bit was.
So good.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, this is for everybody. According to a new survey/poll, bartenders say the one day of the week that brings out the worst customers is what?
Tuesday.
Parker, what do you think?
Thursday.
Thursday.
I would agree Thursday.
Thursday.
Wednesday. Holy bleep, it's only Wednesday.
Yeah. Maxo, what do you think?
Yeah, I was going to go with Wednesday, too.
Is Zach back there?
He passed away.
Oh, he passed away.
What did you say?
I think he said Tuesday. Tuesday? Tuesday.
Oh,
According to bartenders, the one day of the week that brings out the worst customers is Sundays.
Sunday scary?
I wonder if that's just football rage. I don't know. I wonder why Sundays
having to
is.
go back to work.
Maybe.
They're saying that's the worst.
Huh.
Rough service at church.
Well, they say the only way to cure hangovers is to keep drinking. So
Amen, brother.
I would have guessed Friday or Saturday, just that people are the rowdiest, even though you're probably making the most money on those days, but it's probably the most trouble as well. I don't know.
Yeah, but everybody's in a good mood. For the most part, everybody's in a good mood.
Yeah. All right, this is a fun game that we can play at the end of this story. There was a mother at a Dollar Tree.
All right, I'm with you.
with her 9-year-old daughter, and they were looking for a gift for her teacher. And at one point, they were smelling candles, and the girl opened one, tipped it to smell it, and a liquid poured onto her shirt.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, no.
They reported it to the manager.
No, it's not.
And they looked into it, and they quickly realized what had poured onto the girl's shirt was urine.
What a mess.
Thank God. Okay. Woo. I really thought it was something else.
There was a worse option, but this is pretty bad. Anyway, the point is they think somebody, not just once, has been doing this multiple times, peeing in candles at Dollar Trees.
Yay.
What state did this happen in?
Wisconsin. Hands down. 100%.
Indiana.
It's most Florida.
Nailed it.
Wow.
What?
So hang on. Hang on. Is this Mark Hamill all over again? You read the prep. The headline says a Dollar Tree in Indiana.
But the reason I guessed Indiana is because
Hawk's dad?
Yeah. I
But
was
whenever I play this game, it's always Wisconsin or Florida, and you went right to Indiana. Man, I don't know if I believe you.
You don't have to believe me, because you know what? I believe you.
But you read. But you're telling me when you went through the prep this morning, you skipped that story. You didn't read that story.
I didn't see that. Yeah, of course. I wouldn't lie to you.
Did you read the prep this morning?
It doesn't matter. He's all right.
What a mess.
So weird.
The reason I guess it is because when he said Wisconsin, you didn't immediately stop. And anytime I think of bodily fluids on people, I think of Hawk's dad. Where does Hawk's dad live? Indiana.
I know that part. Yeah.
Hawk's dad loves those candles.
No, he doesn't.
He has somebody. He lines up like a shooting squad, and his people throw him at it.
No, he doesn't.
And then he yells pissed.
A shooting squad.
Hey, you dig it? Yeah, there he is.
Apparently, this is why you don't have a 19-year-old mayor. There is a video going viral of a mayor in Florida. Underage drinking at a bar, acting inappropriately, and allegedly making racial slurs.
Who hired the 19-year-old mayor?
But does anything represent Florida more than those things you just named?
Perfect.
Indiana, maybe. Today is National School Picture Day. Whatever. And National Video Game Day.
Video games are great.
Ben, since you got to go in 20 seconds. Favorite video game of all time?
Oh, boy, that's a great question.
Oh, Yoshi.
What's the one that you just could not put down?
Maybe Contra.
Contra's pretty legit.
Yeah. It's not anything new because I haven't played.
Sure.
But something new, I'd probably say Call of Duty.
Okay. So just games where you can shoot people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you do the Konami code, or did you just play Contra straight up?
Well, I mean, obviously you play it straight up until you find out the code, and then you use the code every single time.
Right. Hard not to.
Then we win or what? Do we got a shot? What are you thinking?
We definitely have a shot. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into this. I'm not going to give like a score prediction or anything like that, but obviously we can compete with these guys. I think it's obvious we can compete with these guys, but they're going to stress our defense in a variety of different ways, unlike any other offense that we're going to face. It's really going to come down to our secondary, how well our secondary can tackle in the run game, and how well they can cover in space, because they do a phenomenal job with a lot of their option routes. So I'm not really going to get into all the details, but we definitely have a good chance, and this will be an awesome barometer for us, whether or not McCaffrey plays or not, because that run game, I feel like, it was proven last week. They can just plug in another guy that's going to go for 140. Yeah. So. So real quick, Mystic Lake this Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Drinks Bar. Aaron Jones will be my guest. It is free to attend. So please come out. Awesome. So please come out Monday, hopefully after a Vikings win, to the Drinks Bar at Mystic Lake, 7 to 8. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Twin Cities Live today, 3 to 4:30. Ben Lieber. Paul, your hands up.
Is everybody else's answer on this show for favorite video game, is it Red Dead?
Yes.
I still, crazy enough, have never played Red Dead 2.
It's the best.
so good.
I just got
It's a top fiver.
the PlayStation Online or whatever, and it's on there, so I'm going to download it. But I still have never played it.
It's the best.
Oh, it's so good.
Grand Theft 5 is still in the
Yep.
conversation.
Grand Theft 5.
Skyrim.
San Andreas.
Skyrim's still in the conversation.
ESPN NFL 2K5.
Breath of the Wild still in the conversation.
MVP 05 is A+.
NBA Street. Oh,
Yeah.
NBA
Super
Street.
fun.
Parker, what year were you born?
99.
What was your first system that you had?
I think it was a Wii. Honestly,
Wow.
Well, I didn't really
wife?
grow up with the video games. My parents were not anti, but like it was
go out and
get your butt outside and play with some dirt or something. But then we got a Wii, and then it was like the Wii Sports Resort was fun. And
that was awesome.
Yeah, the best.
Those kind of games were. It was more of like if the friends are over, like there was a PlayStation game, like it was Frisbee Golf. That was an awesome one, but it was more like I was only really playing video games when my friends were over. And
Almost never by yourself.
Never, yeah, I was never really.
So when
my
you
thing.
hear the rest of us idiots say we put 100 or 200 hours into Zelda, that does nothing for you. Like,
well, I just never. I couldn't tell you what Zelda is. It's really.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know.
What did Hawk call it?
Zelda.
Is that not right?
Have you played Grand Theft Auto at any point?
I have, yeah. But that's the same thing. It's like that was only played for me when it was like your friends are over, and then when you passed away in the game, it was like you switched the
hand over the controller.
Yeah, hand over the controller. So yeah, never was really too much into. I have a PlayStation 5 now. Play the the NCAA game. Play a little COD here and there, and then I play with Taylor on NHL. So
who wins?
Usually me.
You got a gamer? You're dating a gamer?
No,
or just that?
She's in the game.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, so I get to play as her character in the game and
That's
my
pretty
ultimate
cool.
team. So
wow,
that's pretty sweet.
Cool. Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
The PS5 Pro is going to go on sale in November.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's ridiculously
It's
priced.
$700.
And
is it really?
Yeah, with no disc drive, and you can buy the disc drive on the side for another $100. It's just become ridiculous with these game systems.
What's better about it? Faster and stuff.
I think it's just better. It's marginally better than the regular PS5, and it's almost $1,000.
Zacko?
It's absurd.
I mean, that's not going to be for most people. The biggest difference is the GPU is basically modern day, like high end graphics and ray tracing. So unless you're like a superpower user who really cares about graphics, it's not a big deal. But
it's not worth the price.
Yeah.
And Sauce, GPU means
GPU means it's a learning computer, a neural net processor.
Oh, what does GPU stand for, though?
Oh, GPU, Games Plus United.
Yeah, he's right.
Thanks, Hawk.
Oh, baby.
Oh, my God.
Rosie loves video games.
There's a guy in Spain that claims he's making pretty good money working as a professional wedding destroyer.
Oh, baby.
Rosie.
He said it started out as a joke. He posted an ad offering to rescue brides from their wedding for about $550 a time. He says it's for brides with cold feet that want to hire him. So when they ask if anybody is here to object, he will stand up and object and basically pretend to be an ex so the bride can run off with that guy.
I love that he does that.
Rosie.
How about just call off the wedding? That's so much more embarrassing to have your bride run off with a dude in the wedding as opposed to the day before saying, I can't go through with
And
this.
having some guy be like, I object. I love her still. Let's go.
And then she just takes off with him.
Yeah.
And then they
Probably.
Then they bone?
Then they Shannon Sharp.
Sorry.
He says it doesn't always go well. People at the wedding tend to get pretty upset, as you'd expect. He says there's also a $50 additional fee for every slap he receives.
Anxiety fears that guy.
Jeez.
He's probably just getting in people's faces, like making them slap him.
I think he's into it.
It's like some gerbil's cranking it.
Rosie, what?
Here's your random fact for the day. This is the last one out of me, but I don't know if we've done this one in the past or not, but it was new to me when I read it this morning, even if we've talked about it 16 times. The full version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game is actually a feminist song about how a woman wants to go on a date to a baseball game, not a movie.
Wow.
I have what can only be described as an enormous boner.
I did not know that.
Rosie, do you have any take on this?
I love that he does that.
And Rosie.
Take me out to the ball game.
game. Take me out to the game.
I love it.
I just want to be at the game. I would like to eat at the game. I'd like
baby.
popcorn and candy and the home team at the game.
Is that Rob?
Woo! It sure is Rob Lowe.
It sure is Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe.
I have some things for you. Did you guys read about Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
No.
Police in Nashville are crediting rock legend John Bon Jovi with coming to a woman's aid on the pedestrian bridge in Nashville. According to a statement posted to the Nashville Metro Police Department, the musician helped persuade her to come off the ledge over the Cumberland River to safety. It takes all of us to keep each other safe, says the Nashville Police Chief John Drake. A spokesperson for the police department told CNN on Wednesday that the woman, whose name they're not releasing, was taken to hospital for treatment and evaluation. And there's a video you can see that's been released. Bon Jovi is seen walking across the bridge with a camera crew. They're filming a video, believe it or not. He noticed a woman standing on the ledge of the river. Yeah, accompanied by another person, he appears to walk over and speak with the woman, eventually lifts her back over the ledge to safety, and then he gives her a hug. How about that?
Wow. I wonder if she knew it was Bon Jovi. Because I wonder if that would make a difference. If just some rando just goes,
right,
life's still worth living. Like, don't jump. If you turn around and Bon Jovi's like, please don't do this. You're like, are you Bon Jovi? Yeah. Like, that's gotta, I mean, honestly, how surreal would that be if Bon Jovi's the person telling you, please don't jump?
Right.
Yeah. I don't think I'd be able to identify him. Is that bad?
No, not at all.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I wonder how old this gal is. Maybe she doesn't recognize John Bon Jovi at all.
Right.
He called the police because he was like, look, there's a gal that's about to jump. And I believe the police said, you're going to have to take care of it because we're halfway there.
Yeah. And then
good work.
After she got off the bridge and walked away, he looked at her and said, have a nice day.
He said, I think she's a little runaway.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
He said,
yeah, Paul, keep going.
And then he said, turned to his bandmates and said, I want to lay you guys down on a bed of roses.
No, that's weird.
What does that have to do with saving a gal from jumping?
Oh, they'd moved on and he helped her. Yeah, made
oh, okay. After
they celebrated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Celebrate life.
Adrenaline rush.
Right. Interesting. Can I go back in time a little bit on the show? Earlier today, in what can only be described as a miracle, Max and I found out that Steve Lombardozzi is a real person.
That is true. Yeah. You thought for the last handful of years or maybe at least months.
Any time ever that he's ever mentioned the name.
Or when Sauce just randomly says, Steve Lombardozzi.
Yeah.
It does sound like one of your dumb high school buddies.
Right.
Or some random name. But I didn't know that I was the only one in the room that knew that was a real person.
I thought at least Hawk knew who it was.
Well, he was a member of the 87 World Series squad here with the Twins. And Hawk doesn't care because he didn't get here to the mid-90s anyway, and Max wasn't even born yet.
I was forwarded the idea to look this up. Here's an article from the Star Tribune from Monday, July 25th of 1988.
Okay.
Lombo and Gladden mix it up. Simmering feud erupts into fistfight. A personality conflict turned into a fistfight, and it nearly cost the Twins a left fielder as Dan Gladden and Steve Lombardozzi, who apparently is a real person.
He's a real guy.
Settled a simmering feud on Thursday, the Star Tribune has learned. The altercation apparently took place at Gladden's home.
Jeez.
Lombardozzi arrived for Friday's game against Baltimore with a black eye and scratches down the swollen left side of his face. Gladden's forehead still shows signs of the battle, and he suffered a cracked bone in his right ring finger that threatened to keep him out of the lineup.
God, Lombardozzi won that fight.
Man.
Gladden cracked a bone near the top of his finger when his fist landed on the left side of Lombardozzi's face. After changing his grip on the bat, Gladden played Friday and Saturday and will remain in the lineup. Unable to get a full swing because of the swollen finger, he has to choke up almost 2 inches. I've been there. Neither of the combatants would comment on Sunday, although Gladden acknowledged the injury. Lombardozzi denied any knowledge of the fight. I love it.
And you said that was 88, right?
88, yeah.
Well, that was his last year with the Twins. He played with the Twins from 85 to 88, then he went to the Astros. So I wonder if that was the beginning of the end. If you're punching Dan Gladden, get lost, Steve.
Yeah, but Steve wasn't like it was. If those two are fighting, he's gonna definitely be the one going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it was like that, I guess. Anyway,
there's another Steve Lombardozzi too. I looked it up.
It's his son, right?
Yeah, it must be. It's from Edina though. It says Edina, Minnesota in his bio.
Okay,
So-
Steve Lombardozzi Jr.
Yeah,
Wow.
age 35.
Man, don't you love the idea? I mean, it's 88, and Lombardozzi's pissed, and I'm gonna drive to Gladden's house, and we're gonna fight this out.
That sounds like something you would have done.
That's how it's
Hawk.
done.
Yeah, you're stealing my women.
Let's settle this right now. Break your finger on my face.
Yeah, that's like that time that dad punched you.
He did. He punched me. Yeah. And I had it coming. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Since we're just spinning the Wikipedia wheel here,
Sure.
Steve Lombardozzi Jr. played for the Nationals, Orioles, Pirates, and Marlins from 2011 through 2017. So played 6 years, probably made some decent money, right?
Yeah.
More than Dad,
Yeah.
30 years before that. On December, I'm only bringing this up for one reason. Chris, buckle up.
Okay, let's go.
On December 2nd of 2013, Steve Lombardozzi Jr. was traded to the Detroit Tigers, along with a couple of pitchers, for starting pitcher Doug Fister, who was mentioned on this show every time he started. Even it didn't matter who he was pitching for or against. It was just Doug Fister on the mound tonight. We would basically, he would lead Fan 5 sometimes just because we wanted to say his name. Doug Fister.
Was the Cespedes guy?
Ioannis Cespedes.
That's a great name.
It is a great name.
Yeah, that's what we called him.
Ioannis.
We talk about him all the time.
He was good for a while.
God, we were
Cespedes
childish. I'm glad we grew up.
I'm very glad we grew up.
Yeah.
Ioannis was good for a while.
Yeah, Ioannis was solid.
It's not as good as Cincinnati. They have a basketball player named Jizzle James.
Come on. Tommy's buying a jersey.
And completing an act.
Jizzle James plays for Cincinnati.
Jizzle James.
Tommy thought that was an order. Hey, Parker, what's going on with basketball?
We're in week 2 of practice.
Wow, how's it going?
It's going really well. We start official practice September 23rd, and then, gosh, we have preseason games in October, so it's right around the corner.
Incredible.
Man, right around the corner is
Wow,
correct.
dude.
Sneaks
go.
up on us.
Go get him, brother.
Tomorrow, Friday, Power Trip Morning Show. John Kriesel should be back. Marnie Gellner, Mark Parrish, that whole group. But don't forget the final semifinal of Initials. AJ and Mike Grimm already into the finals. But who will join them tomorrow? It's Justin Gard, Tyler George, Tom Pelissero, and Zach Halverson. The 4 of them square off at 8:15 tomorrow. See you tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. 9 to noon is next.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.